Hey, great news. If you're a guy and you go to Canada, you can get tampons and sanitary pads in all the federal bathrooms because, well, men menstruate too. I've got good news for you, though. Tampons and sanitary pads for menstruating men will now be available in all men's restrooms in the Canadian Parliament. Way to go, Trudeau. The, this is not a joke. This is not Babylon B. I am reading you the news from the Canadian government. They have announced the new policy that tampons and pads must be available for free in all men's restrooms in the Parliament and federal workplaces in areas with intense security measures, including airports and military bases. Canadian Conservatives are flipping out, and with good reason. They're scoffing at it and they're commenting, what the heck? In the old days, it was just women that menstruated. Women, those people that have ovaries, right? That every month menstruate. Well, in Canada, that's so last year. Now, tampons and pads are for everybody, men and women, as it should be.
Well, Barry, that there might be a little silver lining to this for the Canadian taxpayer. They're not going to need to change out the machines very often, are they?
Yeah, this is the craziest discussion I've ever had with you. Listen to what the law says. Quote, unrestricted access to menstrual products better protects menstruating employees, not women, employees, and make sure they feel safe to use the toilet room that best reflects their gender. And it will raise workplace productivity while reducing the stigma often associated with menstruation. Is this the Twilight Zone?
It sure sounds like it to me. I'm not even sure that Canada is alone in this kind of nonsensical, performance. It's absolutely insanity.
I have some Canadian friends, and they tell me that Trudeau is so astoundingly unpopular in Canada, but he retains power because it's the parliamentary system, and they've cobbled
Right.
together one of those
Coalition
coalitions,
governments.
right?
Yeah,
And in the coalition, some of these people hate each other, but they get to remain a minister in the government by supporting and keeping Trudeau in power so he can run the crazy train right across Canada. So the good
yeah,
news,
that's the thing. I mean, with one of these parliamentary systems, the only way in between scheduled elections is a vote of no confidence. And because, as you say, the coalition is hanging together, lest they have to hang separately, they won't vote for again. I mean, vote against a vote of no confidence, or vote for a no vote of no confidence, I should say.
well, the good news, like I said, when you go to Canada, you could stumble into a men's room by accident, but you'd still be covered.
I guess so.
It's
I
crazy.
mean, we'll look to rising new stars in the Canadian political scene, like Pierre Poilievre, the head of the Conservative Party, and just keep our fingers crossed for our Canadian friends up north.
Well, Polyev is up like 20 points in recent polling over Trudeau, but he's got to be able to build a coalition or
That's it,
his
right?
numbers don't make any sense. It's the British system and that's the way it works.